Hello YouTube, welcome to RV Daydream. This is not a TV set.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Why do they do that? You always wonder, right? This is just for theft deterrent. I don't know why, because they required a signature for delivery anyways, but it makes it look like that it's some generic TV set instead of what it is. So this is the AIPAS, A-I-P-A-S, AIPAS. I wonder if that means Artificial Intelligent Pedal Assist. Anyways, this is the AIPAS A2. They make two of them, but this is the Elite. Now they make three different colors in the A2 Elite. This one's a white one. You can get gray or you can get black. I like to have brighter colors, so we got white. And this is a folding step-through bike. Now, the market is being saturated with these bikes at this point, and quite honestly, I'm having a harder time distinguishing the expensive ones from the ones that are a little bit more reasonable. And guess what? This one's pretty darn reasonable. At time of filming, you can check the link in the description, but I believe this is $700. I don't know if I have a code for this that'll give you a further discount or not. Again, you're gonna have to click the link to find out. The company makes other bikes too. Of course, they make the regular A2 that's not the Elite, but they also make a couple of cargo bikes. They make a shorter cargo bike and a longer cargo bike. This one here is just the standard step through. It's a low step through design designed for some of the shorter riders, but it could, if you extend the handlebars and the seat, you can put a taller rider on there also. So let's go ahead and open the box, take a look at this. This is one of the few that I've had that has been folding bikes that have actually been shipped in the folded position. It's got to be folded. There's no way this bike is not folded in this box. The box is as wide as what I would normally see from a regular bike, but it's very short. So still a little heavy though. This is the first dealing that I had with this company, and they're very responsive. Their communication is very good, and I'm sure that translates into customer service also if you have any issues or concerns with your order, your shipment, or anything like that. Again, these bikes, because they've been out for so long, since the folding bike has really taken off for the RV crowd, I'm seeing a lot of these manufacturers that are offering the same thing for less money. I like that. And the thing is just because it's less money doesn't mean that it's less of a vehicle or a bike in this case, because I don't see that. I'm seeing a lot of components that are coming out of these manufacturers that are good quality components, which again, we'll get into this one too. It looks like, I'll just tilt the box here, packaging is pretty good. And I don't see a lot of assembly necessarily that's needed to be done here either, so that's good. Well, here it is all together, and basically all I had to do is turn the seat around, tighten the seat clamp it down, and put the handlebars in and do the same thing. Tighten this clamp and just clamp it down, and it was finished. The hardest part was basically getting it out of the box and taking the packaging off. The finish on this is very nice. It's a shiny white. It's not a matte white. There's no metal flake in it or anything like that, but still very, very nice. It does have an adjustable lockout front suspension. You can see where you lock it out there, and then the adjustable here as far as dampening. No rear suspension. The rear rack holds about 60 pounds, 70 pounds, which is a considerable amount. The bike itself can handle 330 pounds. So what are we looking at here? Again, this is the A2 Elite, and you have a 3/4 throttle. It does have pedal assist, obviously, or throttle only. You could do either or. You have a 7-speed Shimano. That's a trigger shifter. This is the tourney, that's an entry level. You have nice sized tires on this. These aren't the 4-inch that you see a lot of the bikes have, but I kind of like that. HEIDI definitely loves it because the resistance part of things, it makes it a lot easier. It's a 20-inch by 3-inch. Of course, you have fenders on front and rear. Again, all this was assembled. These are plastic fenders. I'm fine with that. The metal ones, although they're nice as far as being heavy duty, sometimes they rattle. I don't care for that at all. They have like a mag wheel design, huge brake rotors for these, this smaller bike. The 180 millimeter rotors that are on here, dual disc brakes. They're not hydraulic, they are cable activated. We'll get up to some of these features here in a second. The battery on the Elite is a little bigger. If you are deciding between the two, just go with the Elite. It's just a little bit more money. You get a bigger battery on this. It's over 11 amp hour. That gives you a pedal assist range that's going to vary based on your weight and wind and hills and all that stuff. But usually on this, they're talking 55 miles. Honestly, safely, with me on there, I'm almost 300 pounds, and I pedal very, very little. I wouldn't do any more than probably 12 out, 12 back. That would be the longest that I would do. Now, with the fact that I just like to sit, I always look at the seats and the suspension. There is no rear suspension, but the seat does have a urethane coil built into it, and the seat does feel pretty plush. So I'm sure that the comfort on that wouldn't be too bad. Talking about the range, though, that's kind of what got me thinking about that. If I'm riding 12 miles, my butt hurts after a while. Nice bright headlight. I like that. It looks very nice. Looks like it'll illuminate quite well. The display is very bright. Of course, we're indoors here, but still, I can see that from a pretty good distance. It's a standard display that you see on a lot of them. It tells you how much energy's being consumed. So if I'm going up a hill, you can expect this energy bar to drop down a considerable amount. You can see the odometer, so basically how many miles you traveled, and then your pedal assist, which is just up and down here. And then, of course, your speed, obviously. So speaking of speed, they have a couple of stickers. On the bike, it comes with a Class 2. This is a 750-watt brushless motor, and they're saying the top speed is 20. Now, if you go in and fool around with the settings, which is in this instruction manual, the instruction manual is very well done. It's very easy to understand. There's quite a bit of information in here. But one of the things is if you change the setting on it, they have another sticker then that makes it a Class 3 e-bike. Now, with that said, I'm going to tell you something. Personally, for me, you can take it for what you want to do, but personally for me, I would leave that 20 mile per hour decal on there because there's some US states that do look at that when you get on a bike trail, specific bike trails. If you have that on there, the only way that they can give you any flack is if you're, flying through there like 30 miles an hour, obviously over 20, one of those things. Well, most people aren't doing that, but it's nice to have that extra power to get up to 20 miles per hour on a trail. And then if you get out on the road, the cops aren't radaring you out there. If you have to ride out in the bike lane in traffic, just go as fast as you can to be safe. Make yourself feel safe. Again, with the low step-through design, and you saw it in its folding position. Well, the pedals also fold up. You just kind of collapse them in on themselves, and that's for transportation. They just snap back in place once you get to where you want to start riding this thing. The taillight on this is relatively bright, one of the brighter ones that I've seen, and that is not the brake. So that is just the taillight. This is the brake light. You can see definitely brighter. And then this offers something I've never seen on this price point before. Even though I don't know how functional they are, check this out. You have turn signals on this thing. I've never seen that on a bike that is at this price point. Controls up here are nice. I love the hand grips feel really good, but it has a dedicated horn button and headlight button. So for me to turn on the headlights, it's not one of these, I got to push these two buttons or hold this button in a certain time. No, you don't have to do any of that. You just on and off. That's how you turn on the headlights and turn them off. And then the horn. Not too loud. It's not going to get you any attention in traffic with cars, but the thing about it is that's not also too annoying for people on trails. You're sharing the trail with people that walk, and you don't want to scare them, but you do want to let them know you're coming around so you don't startle them that way. Again, like I said, the grips feel pretty good, and this is a 3/4 throttle, so only this part, it's almost half. I don't know why they call it a 3/4. That's almost half of the whole hand grip, so I'll say it's a half twist. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. But very, very nice. I like the way that it looks. It looks manageable. And I don't know how else to describe that. Oh, wanted to tell you also, it does come with a charger. Obviously, it's a 2-amp charger. We'll go ahead and set this over here. The 2-amp charger is fine for this size of battery. It's going to take a little bit longer to recharge, but it's not terrible. It's not horrible. But it's a good looking bike, and as far as its size, compact wise and length, I'll put in the dimensions up here, you know, on an overlay, but that's pretty good. I'm impressed with that. So the only thing we have to do with this now at this point is get Heidi on this thing and have her take a ride, because it is for shorter riders. This thing can handle riders, they're saying, down to 5'1" and up to 6'3". I'm going to tell you, if you're going to be on here and you're a shorter person, personally, I would take the reflector off. That would allow the seat post to go down just a little bit more, but it'll only go down so far. Still, that's not a very tall bike at all. Heidi's been on a lot taller and has been just fine. Now, I know that I said that I was going to have Heidi ride this, but I actually was running around here in the driveway, and this thing's got some pretty good pep, so I thought, you know what, I want to take it for a ride. I want to see what this is like. So the first thing I notice is that the throttle is touchy. Now you can change that power setting to how fast it comes on in the settings, and it's explained in the manual. The manual is very clear, so let's go for a ride. I'm not going to do much talking. Hopefully the wind's not too strong, and we'll see what this thing can do. Now the pedal assist on this is definitely faster than just throttle only. So you just want to turn the cranks. I think she already knows it's kind of fast.
This is another campground bike.
I think it goes pretty fast for a
But
campground.
actually, well, yeah, because I got it going 26.5.
Yeah,
That was pedaling my hiney off.
yeah. Well, the thing
Down
is
here- down through here.
you don't have to pedal fast. You just have to just go nice slow circles, and it just keeps on going.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't try. I pedaled. I need the exercise.
But okay, so here's the thing. At time of filming, I don't know if we have a discount or anything like that, but I think this is like $700.
Wow. This
Yeah.
is a. This could be good because it's folding, and it's
Yeah.
got to be lighter.
Yeah, go ahead, try to pick it up with that handle in the center, which I kind of like.
Holy cow! I like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Most definitely.
So this is probably one of the lightest, more powerful ones because that is
Yeah.
750 watts. The battery is, since it's an Elite, it's 11.6 amp hour, which is fine for how small this bike is. But yeah, that's the thing I thought. It's like, wow, this is, I knew it was smaller because they sent it assembled.
Oh, nice.
All I did is turn the seat around and put the handlebars in.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
But the
it's
box
a-
it came in was not that big.
Really, it's a bright white.
Yeah, you can get a couple other colors
Yeah.
too, a gray or a black. The gray was pretty decent looking. It's actually, I think the gray might look a little better than this, but all right. Well, Heidi gives it her approval, so the links are down in the description, and Heidi will close it out.
As always, we hope to see you out there. Bye.
Bye.